Go away, Brad. I don't want to talk.
It's knee bubbles.
Henry, hey, it's so good to see you.
Brad sent me. Well, he said you were in the hospital, and not even the greatest poker hand in history could have kept me away.
Oh, that's sweet, I think.
He also said that you were mad at him.
Livid. So if you want to talk about Brad, you can go find the floor nurse and ask her to show you where he autographed her lower back.
No, thank you.
Then let's change the subject.
What's going on? Why are you in here? What's going on?
Oh, my big-mouthed husband didn't tell you?
No, he said he was sworn to secrecy. It was like he was talking about an international incident or something.
I donated my bone marrow to a sick child.
All right, that's really painful.
Yeah, well, I'll let you know once the pain medication wears off.
Who's the kid?
Johnny.
Johnny? As in my book, that Johnny? They found him?
Well, Lucy brought him back here because he was so sick.
That's fantastic. That's incredible. I can't believe it. I mean, it's awful. It's a tragedy. Do they think he's going to be okay?
Yeah, the doctors think he'll be fine. They did what's called a mini transplant, which is supposed to be very successful in young children.
Oh, that is such good news for him. That is such great news for me.
Stop snowing me, Coleman. What is going on with you?
There's nothing. It's a simple semantic misunderstanding. It's not awesome news. It's just an awesome coincidence because see, my book came out.
So?
You haven't read it?
Been kind of busy getting holes drilled into my hip.
Right.
I will read it while I'm in here.
Okay, well, I don't want to give too much away, but it basically revolves around the search for Johnny. And in the book, I play the hero.
So it's fiction. I'm sorry, I'm just kidding. I know how hard it is to write a book. Just finishing is heroic.
Well, thank you very much. Now, the reason that this timing is good news, I mean, not that there's anything good about cancer or whatever, and of course there isn't. That goes without saying. But the upside of this timing for the book is that it gives the publishers what they call a platform, something to publicize.
I know what a platform is, and a sick little boy is not it.
I'm not going to exploit him, Katie. But if he gets better, which I know he will, that's heartwarming, isn't it? And if I play my cards right, I could end up on Oprah. So do you think that you could get Lucy to bring him to my next signing?
Stick with fiction. Please, you don't want to get anywhere near the real story.
Why not? He's going home. He's going to have a whole new lease on life. I mean, that's a happy ending if you ask me.
Far from it.
What's really going on, Katie?
I don't want to talk about it. Maybe it'll all just go away. Or not.
Henry, hello.
The plot thickens.
What?
I'm an author. It's my new book. If you'd like to buy a copy, I'll be happy to sign it for you.
What's it about?
Well, actually, this one's Katie's with private inscription and everything. And besides, I like to keep my readers surprised.
What do you want, Craig?
Johnny's doing fine. I thought you'd want to know.
Is he in a lot of pain?
Well, if he is, he didn't admit it.
He is your son.
I watched him sleep for a while. He reminded me of Brian. And Lucy, when she was small. You gave me another chance. No one else would have done that, Katie.
I did it for Johnny.
And I'm going to do everything in my power to make sure he lives a good, long life. He wouldn't even have that without you. Thank you. From the bottom of my heart.
He's my family, too, Craig.
Feels good to have you on my side.
Don't make me regret it.
I won't.
Since when is the evil brother your best friend?
This is about Johnny, that's all.
Ooh, I don't think so. And I know all your tells.
This isn't a card game, Henry.
No, but you are holding something back. Now, if I were a betting man, I would say that the odds are about 10 to 1, that if anything is going wrong between you and Brad, Big Brother Craig is behind it. You've got it all right now. Look around you. You've got a husband who worships the ground you walk on. You've got a terrific career. You're beautiful. The world is your oyster. Don't let Craig swallow it whole.
think he's allergic to shellfish.
Okay. In that case, never mind. Don't forget what I said.
I'm sure you'd be all too happy to remind me.
Yes, and read. It's fundamental.
Thanks. So, how long are you planning to keep this a secret?
So how are you feeling?
Like they stuck a giant syringe in my hip and sucked out my bone marrow.
You gotta stop giving away body parts, and you gotta tell me these things. What if something had happened to you in the operating room?
They didn't even put me all the way out.
I know, honey, but I need to know about these things.
As a sister or as a police officer.
Craig wants me to arrest Lucy for kidnapping.
Oh, she was right. I shouldn't have told him that Johnny was here. But that's his son. I figured it was the right thing to do.
It is. I agree. I mean, if you knew something about
The point
Adam...
is, I begged Craig to keep this a family matter and not turn it into a police investigation.
I'm family.
I love you, Margo, but I know how you think. You're gonna have to throw Lucy in jail. You don't bend the rules, even for family members.
I don't have a choice. If I make an exception for Lucy, then every decision I make at my job from now on is going to be a toss-up.
I just hope you can live with yourself afterwards.
Margo,
What?
could you come out here for a minute?
I'm sorry, honey.
You sent us to a dead end and you knew it.
No, I didn't. Dusty just came back.
Where is Lucy?
She's gone.
Gone as in...
She didn't like the idea of going to prison for doing the right thing.
That's a liberal interpretation of the law.
Shut up, Craig.
Well, you're not going to let her get away with this, are
Just
you?
zip it. I have to find the girl to do anything. Will you let me do my work?
Well, she couldn't have gone far. And if you think you're going to steal Johnny away just to run off and be with her...
I'm not going anywhere. And neither is Johnny. Lucy saved his life by bringing him back here, and she risked her freedom to do it.
And you, true to form, called out the dogs without a second thought.
I want my son with me. It's my right.
It's not a property dispute.
I couldn't agree more.
I think Johnny deserves better from us.
I won't argue with that.
Lucy refused to leave until I promised her I'd find a way to make peace with you for the sake of your son.
At least you admit he's my son. And by the way, I made Lucy the same promise before she betrayed me.
She did no such thing.
I heard you two planning to take him away as soon as he was well enough. I wasn't about to let that happen.
Lucy's gone. It's up to us to settle this, fairly and legally.
Well, legally, you and your sidekick aided and abetted a kidnapper. I could have you both arrested and just be done with it.
You could do that. You could. And then you would have everyone, including your son, hate you for the rest of your life.
Well, old habits die hard. Go ahead, Margo. Arrest them.
Please don't do that. Judging by the way my hip hurts now, he's got to be in pain, too, and scared. He's in an unfamiliar place. He doesn't feel good. He barely knows who any of us are. Do you really think you're helping things by making accusations and filing charges?
So you'd rather Dusty spirit him off someplace where we'd never see him again?
He won't do that. He promised Lucy, and I believe him. I'm sorry that I broke my word by telling Craig where Johnny was, but it was the right thing to do. We've all done things that we're not proud of in the name of loving that little boy, and it has got to stop before he gets hurt anymore. Because we all really do just love him.
Craig?
Please, don't make me regret telling you that Johnny was here.
I'm willing to drop it if you are.
You broke the law.
Come on, come on. No charges have been filed, so if you two are willing to kiss and make up, I'm willing to walk away.
I'm gonna check on Johnny.
Hey, whoa. Let's get you back to bed. Okay, come on, John Mark. You just rest. You did a wonderful thing today.
I hope you mean it. No more wars with Dusty.
I'm going to hold you to your word. If this thing escalates into anything, I am going to be all over you.
What makes you think I'll be the one doing the escalating?
You're kidding, right?
All I want is what's best for my son. But make no mistake, he is my son. And I will never let anyone take him from me again.